Hey everyone, I'm Multiple456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 71 of Less Platinum Elden Ring. Alright, let's head back to the Table of Lost Grace first, and we're gonna go talk to, let me just triple check this. Yes, okay. So I'm gonna do, this is kind of like a live testing sort of thing, but I'm gonna try it. Let me talk to D real quick. Ah, okay. So you can just talk to D about Rogier right now. I don't know technically what is the trigger for this, but you can talk to him about Rogier. Let's see what he has to say.
Are you acquainted with a man named Rogier? You know, the piteous fellow hiding away on the balcony. He was a formidable spellblade in times past. Don't let his easy air deceive you. He was wise beyond his years, stout of heart and clear of mind. No more, though. You see him now. Ravaged by thorns, muttering and rambling, like he's half dead already. I can't stomach to watch. Take well the lesson, friend. That's how you end up when seduced by those who live in death. When grace is sullied, it rots people from the inside, breaks them.
Okay, so yeah, D says some stuff about Rogier, and that's basically what's going on with him. He is rotting from the inside. Those who live in death is affecting him. Let's, it's sad, but we're going to talk to him, and it's going to basically bring him to death in a moment, but we should do it anyway because we can get some rewards. Alright, let's talk to him.
Maybe I should tell you. Lately, I feel I'm on the precipice of falling into a deep, fathomless slumber. And I have an inkling it could spell trouble for you somehow. So I just wanted to get the apology out of the way beforehand, since you're so scary and all.
I wonder why he thinks we're scary. Okay, so now I'm going to test some stuff. We're going to save and quit, see if this works. So if this works, he will be in a slumber, which he is, I think. Let's see, yep. Okay, and I'm going to try one more time. I don't know if this one will work, but if not, it's okay. It'll finish off later. So when that happens, okay, not quite yet, but let's just teleport here one more time. Test, and no, still not. Okay, he will die soon though. Not, you know, we don't really want him to die, but it's we can get some stuff from him if he does. Let's talk to D. Okay, he doesn't say anything else. All right, cool. So now we do have to talk to Fia one more time, but let's complete her quest first. She wanted us to find, and forgive me because I don't know if I actually went through this because I recorded the previous episode twice. So this one, it's a simple map given by Fia, a clue to the whereabouts of a Black Knifeprint. So it's not too hard to find once you realize that the catacombs up here are known as the Black Knife Catacombs, but there's a minor Erd tree, there's the converted Fringe Tower, which is the same as what's on the map. So we're just going to go here and we're going to try and get through it. Now, if memory serves, I absolutely 100% want to be using Order's Blade for this place. Let's turn on the lights. Okay, it is a little risky to go in here with this many runes, so what I might actually do is quickly use them. Hop. Okay, level up. Let's put, let's put a point in intelligence. Let me just see something. 20,000. Yeah, I'm gonna put a point in intelligence because I really want to get up to 19, and the reason for 19 is so that I can then use the Sword of Night and Flame without having to use this headpiece. And then if I can get another 2 points, I can put the headpiece back on and I won't have to use a rune arc. So that's kind of my goal right now. This dungeon, fortunately, is not too long, but it can be tough. I haven't done it in about a week, so hopefully I can pull it off. You can use a stone sword key here to unlock a little place. Oh. That's one thing I hate that the game does. Oh wow. What is happening? I'll explain what I mean in just a sec. So for some reason, in their almighty wisdom, they decided that in order to clear a prompt on the screen... Oh, sorry. If you get a prompt on the screen, that's like anything really... Yeah, that was awesome. I was like, can I do this? Yes. I get Rose's axe, I guess is how you would pronounce it. If you need to clear a prompt on the screen, you can't do anything else, which is really stupid. Let me actually stand over here just in case. We'll read that Rose's axe. Where is it? Should be down here. It says, Usher of Death, Rosus, who shows the path to the catacombs throughout the lands between, is depicted on this ritual axe. The dead easily lose their way and have always been in sore need of a guiding hand. Can't picture what's going on there. Rosus' summons. Raise the axe aloft to summon those lost in death. 3 skeletons will appear at a distance and attack in tandem before vanishing. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I really read that one before. Alright, let's Order's Blade again. What was I saying? The Rose's axe. I was gonna say something and I can't remember. Just watch out for these guillotines here. Ah, no. What, that did a lot of damage. Please don't hit me. Oh, thank goodness. That did so much damage. Why am I taking so much damage? That's crazy. Spellproof dried liver. Arrow. Okay, what we want to do is we want to take the secret path. This one's not too hard to find. Let me drink. Up. Take this. Did he die because of that guy? I'm so confused. Interesting. Alright, here's what we do for this part. Kill this guy. Then kill this guy, but watch out, don't get too close to the corner because there's another guy right at the corner and he will jump out and attack you. I'm gonna try and go for this guy first. Actually, let's swap. Come on. Nah, I was like, probably won't make it. Nice. Yeah, that guy will kill you very, very quickly. Let's use the flask here to restore some energy. Hello, bye-bye. And chop. I still have Baldur's Blessing, don't I? Oh no, actually I don't. I think I have the headpiece is what's affecting my health. It's fine. Alright, so there is a secret in this dungeon, and that is this. You can go over here and you can enter a boss fight. Now, this boss fight is one of those boss fights where it will be over very, very, very quickly. Oh, and we can summon, yes. You can summon D here. So, which is good. I actually did, I think when I tried this the first time, I didn't know about it. And then when I was practicing I don't know what I did. I think I was practicing again and I was like, let me just like go here. And then all of a sudden I was just waiting for a bit and I saw it and I was like, oh, that's cool. So you definitely want to do that. Use the mixed physic and pretty much just have your Bloodhound's finesse with, your, whatchamacallit, this weapon that I use, Bloodhound's Fang, ready to go. He doesn't do too much damage in terms of like hitting you, but he hits you a lot. Where the hell is D? Are you kidding me? He didn't come in. Bloody glitch. Just keep Bloodhounds finessing and stepping. Drop. That's so silly. I think you can break his guard as well, so be mindful of that. Oh, that would have been death right there. He would have grabbed me and I would have been done for. That's a bleed thing. I got very unlucky to not have D. God. Come on. Oh no. Please. I tried to jump out of the way. Are you kidding me? Is D finally coming in? Now you come in. Okay, he should die here. Thank goodness. Alright, I don't care. That was terrible, but at least I didn't die. Alright, we got the Assassin's Cerulean Dagger and the Black Knifeprint, which is what we wanted. There's D. Thanks for your help, D. That was That was great. Let's have a look at that. So Black Knifeprint is here. Mark of the Night of the Black Knives ritual. On the night of the Black Knives, someone stole a fragment of death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and imbued its power into the assassin's daggers. This mark is evidence of the ritual and hides the truth of the conspiracy. You know, I haven't seen like every single video in terms of the lore and all that, but I would bet. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I would bet that that you could probably. Well, what I was going to say earlier was if you play this on PC, the detail and the resolution is so good that you can zoom in and see this really, really clearly. And to me, on the Black Knifeprint there, those look like sort of rune letters that you could probably decipher some kind of message from. That's my guess anyway. That's what I was going to say about Rose's axe, because it looked like there was something there and I couldn't really tell what it was. And the assassin dagger thingy is... The cerulean dagger allows you to restore FP with critical hits. An assassin's dagger, misshapen and stained in cerulean. Critical hits restore FP. This charm is modelled after the darkly gleaming blades used in the Night of Black Knives, those which gave the demigods their first taste of death. Alright, let's, well technically, you know what, I will actually go back to, yeah, I'm gonna go back to the beginning. This is kind of annoying actually, because if I hadn't had to use all of my flasks, it would have been fine. Because basically now what I have to do is I have to go, oh, I got the Beast Eye Quivers message again. We will eventually get another of those death roots. Let me quickly Order's Blade. So essentially what's going to happen now is I'm going to go exactly the same way. Because it's just easier to do that. And yeah, we'll come back here to this door to fight not the actual boss, but like another boss that you can encounter in here. The main one that you would normally encounter. Careful. There you are. Cool. Good. Chop you. I think I dropped something. No. I can't see. Good. Chop. Ooh, jump attack gave me enough to kill. Okay, fantastic. Get this back. I have never been underneath the guillotine when it drops. I can only assume that you will die. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. That's alright. Yeah, hang on, let me go back. I want to actually go this way. Because basically what's going to happen is we're going to end up coming back. This dungeon is actually like a perfect loop, effectively. I just hate that I had to use so many flasks and I had to restart it, essentially. Good. Alright, so jump attacks with an R1 basically one-shot these guys. You just got to watch out for you. Nice. Okay, doing well. I'm really holding on to that rune arc. I've been holding on to it for quite a few episodes now, and quite a bit of time. So I'm happy about that. Okay, remember that when they die without Order's Blade, you have to properly kill them. They have bucklers, but I don't know if they can use them to parry you. If they can, you might want to be worried about that. Okay, let's drop down here. And down here, we will have to fight some other stuff. Ghost Clawvort 3 we can grab there. We can also open this one. Oh crap. Oh, that's bad. Didn't realize there was two of you. Can I please like hit something? Crap. Nice. Couldn't hit the second guy. There we go. Wait for it. Okay, no I don't think I need the holy infuse scimitar, nice. But you do want to be careful here. Because there's Big Crab Boy. And in order to not get killed by Big Crab Boy, all you have to do is stay on this side. Huh, that was interesting. Try and like coax him over here. Get him nice and close. He can't come through there. And then I got very unlucky to time that when I did. So yeah, you can attack him through there. I'm gonna die. If I had got the super stun there, which I think was a possibility, I would have died. This went a lot better during practice. Oh, I should probably use my light. Sorry about that. There we go. We are going to start Caelid hopefully next episode. I just have to think about... yeah, it should be next episode, finally. Alright, now there is a second crab. Let me try something, because I actually don't think I tried this. Oh, well, technically I tried it in the Sofra River, but I want to try it here. I'm going to use this Sword of Night and Flame. If you go over here, you get this bad boy. Quickly avoid that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nice. That ability, like the Sword of Night and Flame, I'm telling you right now, is so versatile. Hey, nice. How many have I got? Oof, 16. Another thing to note is, right now our levels are sort of such that we can't really use the Sword of Night and Flame without using a rune arc, but we're getting close to being able to use it without a rune arc. If you're running low on rune arcs, you can farm them from the rats, as I've mentioned before. It's not like the highest drop rate in the world, but you can do that if you want. Otherwise, just kind of keep trying to go, like keep pushing forward, because we'll find more as we go. And yeah, sometimes you just get into like a flow or rhythm with how you're killing enemies, and it's really good. And then other times it's like, oh no, this is terrible. All right, let's level our intelligence one more time. So now what I'm going to do is I've leveled intelligence to 19, which means I can now swap my headpiece back for this headpiece, which gives me only a single point of extra vitality, but that's still good. And I can still use the Sword of Night and Flame, as you can see. It hasn't got the X on it. And look how much vitality I got back. Oh my goodness, that's actually a lot more than I thought. That's because it... Interesting, I do have a Baldur's Blessing? Oh, I do, okay. I might use that, actually. Let me think about how to do this, because I'm pretty confident I know what the boss is. This boss can be actually kind of a problem, so I'm gonna try this. Not that, sorry. I'm gonna try using Baldur's Blessing. I'm gonna heal up. I don't know why I still have the... it stays until the Baldur's Blessing runs out. That's stupid. I actually wanted to use the Baldur's Blessing for the boss. Yep. Wow, that does not last long at all. Alright, it's fine. So we're going to run down here, wholly infuse our weapon. Definitely going to use the Flask of Wondrous Physic. I believe you can summon for this, but the idea is to just like rush, chop, try and Bloodhound's Finesse, and step, and you can win. That is a lot harder to do than it seems. I kind of got lucky there, but you know, it was still good. Twin Sage, Sorcerer Ashes, and as usual, if the beast type quivers, you will receive a Death Root. Fantastic. Alright, let's go. We haven't got much time left, but you know what? Let's just go give that Death Root right now. So we're going to go all the way over here to the Bestial Sanctum and give him the Death Root. I'm just trying to think for a second. What did I... Oh, the Twin Sage. Yeah, I want to read those very quickly. Where are they? This one. So we had the Glintstone, and now we have Twin Sage. Let me just see. Let's read both real quick. Spirit of Aurea Lucaria, sorcerer wearing a stone crown, a scholar of the Olivinus Conspectus who has mastered the use of the Glintstone Star sorcery. Spirit of Aurea Lucaria, soldier wearing a stone crown. Those who study the Twin Sage Conspectus are the Academy's elite, capable of mastering the Glintstone Comet Shard and Crystal Burst sorceries. Okay, cool. So I reckon those guys could actually be pretty good. Okay, I really want to point something out here. What is about to happen is basically, I'm actually going to just say this because it actually makes it a bit easier. I'm going to give him the Death Root, and then as soon as I rest, he's going to turn aggro. But I'm not going to fight him right now because, I mean, I guess I could. You notice that you can summon in here. You can fight him, and you just need to hit him a couple times to actually like break him out of his psychotic episode. But I don't want to do that because I don't want to die. But at the same time, I guess I could just try. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see how it goes. First, hand over Death Root. He won't say anything, like, in terms of his talking, he just like... Yeah, he just growls. Alright, so let's hand over the Death Root.
Strange. There's something else. But the death yet quenches. Bring more.
Okay, and we get the Ash of War, Beast's Roar. I'm gonna talk to him.
I am not sated. Feed me more death.
Okay, yeah. I am actually going to leave here. I could rest and I could show you what happens, but I'm going to leave because let me just think for a second. Yeah, let's go back to Table Lost Grace. We're going to end the episode in a sec. I want to leave because I don't want to fight him right at this moment. What I will do, however, is I will quickly go over here and power up my Latena the Olbanoric spirit. So normally I wouldn't have done this, but I realized how good Latena can be, so I want to do it. So let's see, Latena is over here. It costs 1,870. We have 11 Ghost Gloveworts. Remember, Ghost for like the sort of special ones and Grave for the regular ones. So let's power her up once. We also have 8-2, so let's power up twice. We have 3, but I don't have quite enough, and I'm not going to pop a rune to do that. So she's on level 2 right now, right? Let me just have a quick peek. I'm actually going to just equip her so I can remember this. Level 2. All right, we're going to get her like higher and higher as we go. But for now, I think we'll leave things there. I want to go over here to Fia so we can talk to her next time. Anything from you? No. Okay, cool. That is not where Fia is. Fia is right where I was. Silly me. Okay, so we're going to talk to Fia again next time, finish off another part of her quest, and then we should be good. And I've just realized one other thing. I think I actually wanted to show Rogier the Black Knifeprint, and I probably can't do that anymore. Yeah, alright. I'll do this last thing before we finish. So this is the final thing. Rogier is dead, and you can collect his bell bearing, his entire set, and a letter. So we'll read that next time. I will just quickly point out the set. It's pretty interesting and it looks cool, I guess. Where is it? Here we go. Glintstone Sorcerer Rogier's pointed hat, a sign of a heretical practitioner, strengthens Glintstone sorcery skills. Rogier spent his entire life behaving with utter detachment. No one noticed the anger, grief, regret, or fear that existed along with it. I think his other stuff says the same stuff, same thing. Yeah, just says all of his things strengthen Glintstone sorcery, which is kind of cool actually. Okay, we'll leave things there. I want to thank you all for watching episode 71 of Let's Platinum Elden Ring. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.